Not sure why I'm so nervous to do this. Shh. I've done a podcast before, but I guess I'm going to talk about why I'm scared, nervous right now. Okay. Here we go. Welcome to the Mayhem to Marketing show, and we're going to talk about why I'm starting this YouTube channel. So I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I've done it in the past, and I'm tempted to make all these excuses for I've done it before, but I never committed, kind of excuses. But here I'm gonna talk to you. This whole video is gonna be about the reasons why I'm starting this, and it's not just because I don't want to be a failure anymore. That's part of it. We'll talk about that, but yeah. So I guess let's get into it. I think there are a few reasons why. I would say there's 4 reasons why I want to start this YouTube channel. And I want this to be a long-term thing. I want to say that first off, that this setup is temporary. I'm hoping to expand it and really make it something big that stays around. And I know this video is going to be in the archives, and it's gonna be on the YouTube channel 1,000 episodes down the road, and I'm gonna be able to look back on this and say, hey, I was back there and I am embarrassed. And I know I'm gonna say that, but you're never gonna, if you're not embarrassed, then you haven't started. So here we go. So there's a few reasons why I want to start this, and I want to start off the first reason why is with a story. So when some of you may already know that I was a McDonald's grill worker way back in the day, 10th grade. That was 7 years ago now, I think, something like that. So right now I'm 23. But back in high school, this was my first official job, was a McDonald's grill worker. It was really my parents wanted me to go get a job, and so I went and got one. But I was nervous, and I sat in for my interview, which was basically, hey, where do you want to work? Let's put you in. And it was like a 20-minute thing. And I didn't know what I was signing up for. It was my first job. I honestly don't even remember how I was feeling walking in. I think it was I was just going to do it. I don't think there was any real emotions other than I was just a little nervous. And I started that job, and it was really difficult. I started with 2 or 3 other people, and all 3 of those people quit within the first 3 to 4 months. And, I kept going because, it's a job and I don't want to be all willy-nilly with it. But it was hard. Being in the grill, I remember being very opposed to running the cash register. I remember saying, nope, not that. Let's do the grill. Because I did not want to be in front of people. And now I'm starting a YouTube channel. Yeah, now that I've put those two together, but that grill job was very, very difficult for me because it was fast paced. It was dirty back there. It was hot. It was very, very hot back there. And I had terrible management. There was actually one time that I burned my finger in the fryer because I was working so fast, and you're doing this and then you're going over and flipping the patties or whatever, and you got to multitask, and when the timer goes off you got to get to it or you'll burn it, and then you got to redo it, and there's all these deadlines you have to hit to make sure the people on the bar that are putting the sandwiches together have all of their equipment that they need to make the sandwiches. And they were relying on me, and so I was working really, really quick, and one day I dipped my 2 fingers, these 2 fingers. I went with the fryer. there's a chicken nugget that fell out of the frying basket into the oil, and I had to get it out. And I was like, okay, what can I use to get it out? And I found this bucket way up here that was metal that I could safely go in and scoop it out, and I went too fast, and my fingers went right in the oil. And it was that same shift. It was like a couple hours before that, if I'm remembering right, that I was working really fast, and we were kind of understaffed, and the manager's like, hey, what's going on back there? And I'm like, I'm trying my best. And she said, well, try better, do better. And that threw me for a loop, because I was like, that's terrible management. And I felt terrible, and that's stuck with me ever since then. And I remember one day crying to my dad, like, hey, Dad, I want out of this job. And I was not the kind of kid to just go quit it. And I wanted to be loyal and a good worker and do what God had wanted me to do. And my dad's like, you got to find another method to make money. So a lot of you may have heard this story already, but basically I was so pumped to get out of that job that I worked as hard as I could to supplement that income with a lawn care business, so I could get out of that job. And I was able to do it within 3 to 4 months. And so I was only at McDonald's for 7 months, but I was there longer than all of my fellow people that I trained with. But the whole point of that story is that I was so motivated, because I hated the job so much. I was so motivated to get out of it that I found a way to get out of it. And I see that as a representation of why I'm also doing YouTube. I have felt kind of stuck in a way of, where is this going? I've got big dreams. I want this show, Mayhem to Marketing, from Mayhem to Marketing, I want this show to be something that survives the length of years and years. And, we'll see where it goes from here, really, and how it might mold and change. But I want to look back with a team of people that I help lead, a team that relies on each other, and I want to be a leader, doing marketing in some sort of a firm that I run, and I want to be able to see this as kind of the start of it. And there's no other place to get to where you want to be until you start. And so I'm seeing this kind of as the same thing as me leaving that McDonald's job, was just to leave it by working as hard as I can to get to where I want to be. And this is kind of that fresh start. And so I want to commit. I've never been one to really commit to things, because I've always got these big dreams in my head, and I'm always trying to test things out to see how I can get to accomplish those big dreams. But it's time to really commit to this and to start on this path to something that will endure through the whole thing. And publishing content such as this show is the perfect way, in my opinion. And so I want to sustain this, and I want to stay committed and publish that content. So that's reason number one. I just want to commit and start, because I'm ready. The second reason why I'm starting this YouTube channel is because pros tell me to. Everyone that I've been studying has said that publishing content is a way to get out there and actually get your feet in the ground, so that you develop your voice. You're better at whatever you do. You are you're sharing what you've learned. If you haven't done a lot of things yet, this is how you can share what you've learned so that you can learn it more. The best way to learn something is to teach it. And so this is a method for teaching. And so publishing often, they say publish every day. I'm going to try to publish every other day. We'll see how that goes, but this is something I want to stay committed to and keep up, because I know where it leads, and I've only been told it leads to good things. So this is it. So that's the second reason. It's pretty simple. There's no story to go with that. The third reason, which is it's a little bit deeper, and pardon me as I drink out of this. A third reason is to really overcome fear. This is something I've kind of had to wrestle through a lot. And I think I mentioned something. This is the first episode. I honestly am nervous. I think I mentioned something at the beginning, but I forgot that has something to do with this. What was it? I want to overcome fear. I'm nervous. That's what I was saying. I'm nervous to start this because it's been a long time since I've done it, and I've never actually done it consistently. And I know it doesn't get nervous. It's not nerve-wracking to do it once you're in the thick of it and used to it. And I want to be used to it. I want to be the guy that's used to this and doing it with authority and doing it out of a place that has confidence. So I wrote a Post-it note here that I think it was earlier today, and I've got it right here on my desk. It says, "I'm scared that I don't know what I'm talking about." And that took, it's been years and years and years of me dealing with that struggle that I do not know what I'm talking about, therefore I can't share it. When someone asks me what I do for a living, a lot of what I say is I do marketing for companies, which I'm hoping deep down that I don't have to explain it more because I'm ashamed of where I'm at. And that's just because I'm scared I don't know what I'm talking about. But I want to overcome that, because I know when my first thought when I wrote this Post-it note was it was really to bring awareness to the fact that that's my fear. And if I know that's my fear, then I know how to really fight back. And the way I'm going to fight back is by saying that some things I do not know what I'm talking about. But there's a whole lot of people out there that would be, and this can relate to you, there's a whole lot of people out there that would be really, really, really itching to be where you're at right now. And that can help give you confidence, and that is helping me gain confidence as I speak to you right now on episode 1. And so, yeah, reason number 3 I'm starting this is to overcome a fear that I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's just been a long ingrained fear in me that I am ready to get over. I'm ready. Just that goes back to reason number 1. Is I'm just ready to start and get out of it. So I do know what I'm talking about, but I am humble enough to say that I know nothing about the things I want to know, that I really, really, really desire to know. And I'm willing to admit that. Along with overcoming fear is I want to get better at public speaking, which I know this isn't really public speaking, but it's speaking in a sense to someone else. And just before I was writing, or started filming this, I was writing a blog post about this. And the original plan, because I love to write, and I would say I'm pretty good at it because I process in here a whole lot. If you ask my wife, that's what I do a ton. And I was about to say something else. I forget what it was. But the gears in here spin so much that I have a hard time making decisions and sticking to things, even like hard work. Even if it takes a lot of hard work, I'm always thinking about the next idea that I could hop to instead of staying committed. So, better at speaking. Where was I going with that? Are you kidding me? I lost my train of thought. And I know this isn't public speaking. I said that. And I think I just want to get better at... Oh, yeah, I was going with a blog post. I was writing a blog post, and then I thought I was going to write... My plan was to write blog posts before each of these episodes so that... I can publish on 2 different places with the same content. A blog post so that people can read it, or a video so that people can watch it. But 1, that's a lot of work. 2, the revelation came to me that if I want to get better at speaking, why do I feel like I need to write it first? I should be able to speak well without writing. And so why not just speak instead of write things out first and then speak it after having processed it all in my head? I did write an outline, and I'm going to get better at writing outlines because this is the first time I've done it. But you're not going to learn how to speak if you're not just doing it the way that you desire to do it. And so that's another reason, that's another fear that I'm overcoming, because I do dream of speaking in front of people and being able to influence with my words, and my character and my countenance and all those things. And I know this whole episode is really me just saying all my hopes and dreams to you. But this 4th point is really the practical side of it. The 4th reason that I'm starting this is because I feel like I have something to share. And, I'm scared that I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do have experience that I believe will help small business owners like you really kickstart your marketing. I've studied marketing for years. Ever since high school, I was reading marketing books in my math class, and I loved math, but my math class was a little easy in sophomore year of high school, and I was reading marketing books, and I was hooked on them. And so for 7 years, that's what I've been doing, is studying in the background as I've tried to pace myself in life and go about different jobs. And but it's always been a studying thing instead of a practical, let's go do this thing. And I have done 3 years of part-time marketing before I did 3 years of full-time, but it's time for another step forward. And I believe with all of my part-time and my full-time beginner experience, I can actually bring practical steps to you so that you can now apply them. And I really want to make this content binge-worthy. That's what I've heard it makes a good YouTube channel, is if your content is binge-worthy and if people want to keep watching it for everything you have to share. And I'm ready to bring you on the journey with everything I have to share, and I want to walk you through. My computer went to sleep. Okay, we're good. Bring you on the journey on what I'm walking through and what I've learned and what I am learning, so that you can go and apply it and really, be a marketer for profit yourself. And you don't have to be a guru. You just have to know what to apply and where, and, all that stuff. So I'm going to take another drink because I'm not used to talking this much. And I know we've run 20 minutes. already, but this is the last point I want to make. I just kind of want to talk about what we're going to talk about specifically on this show, the Mayhem, the marketing show. I want to talk first about the reason for the title. Honestly, it was the other day and my wife made it up. And I was just throwing out ideas to her, and, there was I forget the word for it, but, Mayhem to Marketing has a nice ring to it, but the reason she came up with it, and I kind of put my own definition onto it as well, is because without marketing and the systems that come in place with marketing, you've got chaos. And so the reason for this YouTube channel is to bring you on this journey from chaos to systems and marketing that will actually provide you the results you're looking for, the leads, the clients, the customers, so you're not frantically trying to figure out what's best. Because I've worked with people who don't know what's best, and they're shooting a shotgun from their hip, and they're looking at billboards, they're trying to decide if it's worth $1,200 a month, if at least around here it's $1,200 a month for a billboard, versus outsourcing some Facebook ads or something like that. So I kind of wanted to bring all of the chaos in the mayhem to marketing and the orderliness that comes with good marketing. And marketing, people view it as branding and designs and logos and colors, and that is not marketing in my opinion. And I want to kind of shed some light on all of this through this show, the From Mayhem to Marketing show. So that's the reason for the title. What else we're going to talk about is there's basically two things. Marketing things that get me excited, because I want to bring you on this journey with me, and I want you to get excited on this journey with me, and I want to experience this together. And so if you really are interested in this, you can subscribe, you can like, you can do all those things. But if I'm not making you excited along with me, then that's fine. This might not be for you, but my goal is to, attract the type of person who really wants to get results for their small business or their clients, and really tone down all the chaos to become good marketing. So I'm hoping to lay that all out for you here and get you excited along with me. And the other thing is I want to walk you through different things I'm working on and the things I'm learning as I'm going about my own processes. I hope to kickstart a couple things here in the future that I can show you kind of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and give you that really tangible look at kind of the brain that's going on in here, what's going on my computer, and all that kind of stuff. So the whole point of this show is to get you excited about marketing and the results that I can provide, and see how easy it actually is as long as you have the right pieces in place. And then I want to show you different things I'm working on so that you can have your little aha moments as I have them. So thanks for joining me on this journey. I'm about to end this episode. It's been a little bit long, and I will see you next time.